Than the Storm, where I speak to real women with real story. My name is Alicia, and I am the host of I Am More Than Enough, period. But today we have a special guest, and we let this man come in the club because usually this is a women's platform, but I feel so special to have you on. And
Appreciate you.
and his name is Nikki. Nikki, please introduce yourself and share your story.
Hello, I am Nikki. My friends call me Flacco. You can call me Nikki Flacco. Also, I've been visually impaired or totally blind for about 7 years. Um, as a kid, I struggled with weight issues. Um, I'm currently taking therapy sessions, and I'm also psychiatric medications. Well, not medications, but I'm speaking to a psychiatrist. But I just feel like I always suffered with hyperactive disorder, and I
Mhm.
never really got treated for it. So to cope with it, I believe I used to overindulge in eating, and I gained over 500 pounds. And when I turned 33, I lost my vision. And after that, it kind of lit a fire under me, and it made me want to improve my life in every way possible. And of course, I like to read audio material, and like to learn healthy ways of losing more weight, and
Can I
just living a good life.
just stop you right there? Okay.
Sure.
Do you think that when you were younger, you had depression? Maybe that's why you ate more. What do you think?
I It's hard to say I was depressed. I was definitely an only child.
Okay.
I definitely know that I am a survivor
Mhm.
because I was born 7 months. So I was in the incubator for about a month.
Mhm.
So like I feel like I've been surviving ever since I was born. Also, I have a scar on my chest, very small. Like you
Mhm.
can't really see it or anything like that, but I can feel it, and it's about the size of a finger. And somebody had left a knife on the couch, and I had jumped on the couch, and I guess I stabbed myself in the chest, literally where
Mm.
my heart is at. So
Mm.
like, um, I feel like a cat. I have more than 9 lives. I just like I was actually born the year of the tiger. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
Mm.
yeah, I just yeah, it's just been surviving, and that's just kind of my thing.
Okay, so what age were you when you decided that you was going to have this surgery? And how much did you weigh?
Well, my largest, I mean, the most that I weighed was 517 pounds,
Mm.
and I lost my vision. I had to get brain surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I have an implant on my head. It's called the VP shunt. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if you can see it. It's for hydrocephalus or pseudo tumor cerebri,
And what
and
age were you
I was 33.
when this happened? Okay.
Yes, so this
Mm.
happened back in 2019. I'm 40 now,
Okay.
so it was 7 years ago. Yes.
Mm. And
Um. So yeah. So like growing up, I was always overweight. I always felt like I had to like everybody there was a lot of doubt, like because I used to love playing basketball, so I always like worked harder to kind of like prove myself. Uh, so it was never it was fun. It was fun because people used to always be amazed, like, wow, I can't believe you can play like that, or you can move like that, or that you're very active like that. And I was really like really overweight. So I used to just do stuff like that, and I guess I just ran with it, and I always like to prove people wrong. So
So
when
you
I
were
lost,
athletic?
I wouldn't say like I was super athletic, but yeah, for my weight, I definitely was athletic. I was doing spin moves and all of that, shooting 3 pointers, and that basketball was my thing. I used to
Hmm.
play football as well. I don't like really playing football too much just because I always had to play offensive line, and it was more like wrestling to me, football, because I
Hmm.
like to score. So unless I could be a quarterback, I was too short to be a quarterback,
Hmm.
or wide receiver. I was over obviously too overweight to be a wide receiver, but I like football. I love playing football, and I don't mind. I definitely used to play a lot, especially in the snow. And
Hmm.
I try to join some high school teams and all that stuff. But my passion has always been basketball for sure.
Hmm. I started this segment because I'm a visually impaired woman myself. I lost my vision. It's going to be 5 years. So I wanted to do this topic on people who lost their vision 5 years and less because your life changed, right?
Right. Correct.
So tell me more about your weight loss and how did that affect your vision?
So, like I said, I have hydrocephalus, and that's like fluid retention.
Hmm.
So, I wasn't the fluids that go to your brain wasn't coming out the right way, so I had to get a valve put on my head so that it could drain the fluids properly. But the pressure of the fluids crushed my optic nerves, so that's why I am totally blind
Did
now.
you know that was going to happen? Did the doctors tell you that?
They try to give me some water pills. They didn't tell me I had a hydrocephalus. They didn't tell me I had to get the surgery. I
Hmm.
did check myself into to an emergency room. I was hospitalized for about a week,
Hmm.
probably like 2 or 3 months prior to that. But the problem with that was that I kind of checked myself out after a week instead of they didn't really diagnose me. So they I thought it was because I have sleep apnea. So I was supposed to sleep with a CPAP machine. I thought it was more like a respiratory thing because they told me I had pneumonia,
Hmm.
right? So once they told me I had pneumonia, I just signed the papers. I didn't think it was anything more than just a respiratory thing. But then 2 or 3 months later, I started getting the vision losses because I used to drive. So
Okay.
I was actually driving, and I was on my way to the sleep clinic. And when I got there, that's when I started losing the vision. So they called the ambulance, checked me in, and I was hospitalized for about 10 or well more. I was hospitalized for a few months, but until I got the surgery, I was hospitalized for like 10 days. They told me that that was the only option I had was to get a VP shunt placed, and I signed a few papers, and they did the surgery, and after that, it was too late. I believe it started gradually losing the weight. Another thing I do remember is I used to tear a lot
Mm.
for years. So I used to tear a lot, and I don't know if that was signs of it. I'm pretty sure that that was definitely a sign because I don't tear anymore.
Hmm.
But I used to tear all day.
I was going to
So
ask you, what symptoms did you have? Did you have migraines?
oh, that part it started happening literally. That's why I had got to the hospital.
Hmm.
But like I said, I thought it was pneumonia. And
Hmm.
again, I was over 500 pounds, so I was not healthy at all. But
Hmm.
but so I thought it all like was put together, especially with the CPAP. We me not using the CPAP machine, and obviously being overweight like that. I didn't know it was fluid retention. To be honest with you, in 3 or 4 months, I lost about 60 pounds in just fluids.
Wow. Oh my
So
goodness.
so yeah, so that fluid retention thing was really bad.
Hmm.
But but like I said, it lit a fire under me. It didn't stop me from doing what I could do, because
Hmm.
obviously I can't do everything that I want to do, but whatever I can do, I'll do it. And
How long were you in the hospital for?
I was in the hospital for about 3 or maybe 4 or 5, 6 months, something like that.
Wow. Mm.
Maybe it wasn't, no, because they try to get me out of there as soon as possible. But I did have to go back to get another brain surgery because the first device that they put on me wasn't working properly. So I had to
Mm.
get a revision. So now all these papers they make you sign, they kind of explain that to you that it
Hmm.
might not work. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's how that goes. But to be honest with you, I asked one of the nurses in the hospital while this was happening. I'm like, do people usually get their vision back? And she told me no. She was straight up with me.
Yeah.
So I kind of was already braced for this.
Hmm.
Obviously the blindness happened gradually, so it didn't happen all at one shot, but it did happen pretty fast. I guess I was totally blind in about 8 months.
Hmm.
And yeah,
And how did you handle that?
like I said,
Hearing that.
oh, that kind of just like I didn't want to believe. I'm not gonna say I was in denial or anything like that, but I
Hmm.
just kind of like I'm like this is not gonna be the end for me. I gotta find a way to make my life better. And the first thing was obviously to get to lose the weight, because there was no way I was gonna. I don't. My main thing is I don't want to be stuck in a bed and not and just I don't want to be a vegetable, and
Hmm.
so that's where I was going if I didn't do something about my weight loss.
Hmm. And how many pounds have you lost?
Well, I'm still struggling with that, but I lost total. The most I lost was I got down to 195. I just
Wow.
Yeah, so I was 517 and then I got down to 195 last year. I was lifting weights because I was trying to get tone up.
Hmm.
I was lifting weights and I actually gave myself a hernia.
Hmm.
Um, so I just got a surgery for that about 2 weeks ago. I mean 2 months ago,
Hmm.
and the yeah. So that's why I couldn't work out that much, and then I to be honest with you, I don't really eat that unhealthy. I might maybe overindulge, but I think the food that I eat is fine. I can tweak a few things in it, and I could go on a strict diet. Like I've done it. Like that's nothing new.
Hmm.
So I just need to get back to that, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna get started now. I literally was just recovering, and I just came back from vacation.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that a little later because you are a traveler. You travel all over the place. And I love that um you travel, you're not letting your life stop because this happened to you. How's your support system?
My support system is great. I have
Mm,
two little brothers. I don't really depend on them for much, but they're there for my company, and I'm there for their company as well. Like I give them advice, and I speak to them, and I try to motivate them as well. And that's
mhm,
another reason for me to keep going, is because obviously they see me doing good, and they want to do it as well. So it's not in every way possible. Like even the way I treat my mom or my parents,
mhm.
I treat them with respect, so they treat them with respect, and I just try to lead by example.
And did this bring the family closer?
I well definitely did. It definitely the entire family, yes. Cause like I said, they see something and they want to do it as well.
Hmm.
That's what the traveling thing. Um I had a kind of break the ice there with that,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
now they're all into the traveling as well with my whole family. So
So
I like that.
So you started the traveling thing?
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I got the ball rolling with that. Like I said, I couldn't travel before because I was overweight when
Mm-hmm.
I was younger. So they I would have to pay two flights, two tickets to board a plane. That's how
Mm-hmm.
big I was.
Wow.
Um, so that it was like impossible for me to travel. So I missed out on a lot of family travels because my family did travel before, like, here and there. Like they would go to Disney and stuff like that, and I never
Mm-hmm.
got to go with them for that same reason because I would have to pay two flights. Yeah, it was rough.
Are you still gonna go to Disney?
No, no, I'm good with Disney. I'm good with Disney. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather hit
So,
Egypt or something like that, or Greece,
uh,
or Japan.
right. Where did you come back from?
Oh, I just came back from Ecuador.
Yes, you did.
But
Yeah.
I have family in Ecuador, and my family actually owns property in Ecuador, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot easier to do. But it's not cheap because you can get all inclusives around the Caribbeans, like Dominican Republic or Mexico, and
Mm-hmm.
or Costa Rica and stuff like that, and it'll cost you about $1,000, maybe 1,500. But a flight to Ecuador round trip costs about $1,100, so it's
Mm.
not cheap. But
Right.
when you get there, everything is reasonable, and like I did horseback riding and it cost me $3. You know,
Wow.
so so yeah, so it's definitely worth it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. I wish I could
Oh,
go more often, but
right.
yeah,
One day.
nah, right, of course. Like I definitely would like to go to Peru and
Mm-hmm.
Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I said I would like to hit Europe eventually. That's I gotta stack up for that. I
Mm-hmm.
do. I this whole past couple of years, I've worked on my credit, so that's why I'm able to do the things that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I have good credit, and obviously I pay my bills on time, so everything is straight with that. And I use JetBlue,
Mm-hmm.
so JetBlue has decent prices, decent deals, but I also
Mm-hmm.
pay a membership, and they always give me points. So every time I travel, I get points, and I usually stack those up, and that's how I usually pay for my travels.
Okay, as a blind man, how do they treat you at the airport?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think is awesome. They I've never had a problem at the airport at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I always like right as soon as I'm walking in, they usually um I'm priority.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever is with me, actually we skip the line, or if I ask for a wheelchair, they'll take me straight to their plane. So the airport is great. I can't complain about it. Even immigration, I've never had a problem with any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been a problem. The only problem when I went to Ecuador, they only let 3 liters of alcohol through, and we were going for a birthday party out there, so we had like 20 bottles of alcohol, and they were not having that. They
Mm.
took away like 6 bottles from us, but we bought it from duty free, so they just let us return it. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with customs or immigration and none of that.
The reason I ask that because I want people who are visually impaired or blind to know that if they need help traveling, that the airport they will help you with the wheelchair or they will guide them to their seat, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can actually you can do it on the over the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Before on the app, you can actually call and have them put you as wheelchair accessible. And once you put that, you once you go check in, they'll come and pick you up with a wheelchair, and they'll even like your bags can fit in the wheelchair. And like I said, whoever is with you guiding you
Mm-hmm.
will skip through the whole line. You don't even have to wait online or none of that stuff to see immigration and get checked in and get your bags checked and all of that stuff. So like priority for disabled people and blind people, I think is great in the airports, and like I said, I can't
Good.
complain about that. People
Yeah.
actually don't mind traveling with me for that same reason. And yeah, like I had a friend of mine that actually she liked that about traveling with me. She actually likes traveling with me actually because I
Hmm.
like I always have fun, so it's not a problem. I like to do excursions as well. So
Hmm.
I remember one time I went to Curacao. We did a few excursions, and I even jumped off a cliff. Um,
Goodness.
yeah, into the ocean. Yeah, with the tour guide.
Hmm.
It was like a maybe 15 or 20-foot cliff. There was a 30-foot cliff too. I wanted to jump off of that one, but the guy was like, "No, no way, you're doing that one." But I did the 15, 20 foot, and that was so liberating
Hmm.
because I got to swim by myself in the ocean, and the tour guide was just telling me, "Oh, go right, go right, go left," and I was swimming on my own. So that was
Hmm.
super liberating. That was like one of the best things I ever did. And then last year I went to Costa Rica. I did zip lining, and we did like 10 drops. I don't know
Hmm.
what that's called though, but we did like 10 drops, and I did like 3 or 4 with the instructor, and then the rest of them they let me do on my own. So
Hmm.
that was amazing. That was really amazing. I couldn't believe it. I felt like it was rigged. I felt like somebody was like they somehow stopped me from because I landed it. I literally pressed the brakes literally on time, like right when I landed. So I don't know that maybe that was awesome. That was like
I
that was
love
awesome.
that you're living your life and you don't care. You just living your life. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Okay. You you lost 300 pounds. What can you do today that you couldn't do before? I know traveling,
Okay. What can I do today?
yeah, that you couldn't do when you were 500 pounds.
I mean, that's a great question. That's something I would have to really think about. But
Uh-huh.
there's no, like I said, even when I was 500 pounds, I was pretty much doing anything. So like, there's nothing that I wasn't. Maybe a push up, but I was doing push ups when I was 500 pounds. So I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like I never
Well,
didn't have that many
let me
limitations. But
rephrase it. Okay, so the man that you are today, what's different about you?
nothing.
You still that same
Same.
Nikki, Nikki Nix.
Same. I dress myself.
Yeah?
Nobody dresses me. I pick out my clothes. I do the same. A matter of fact, the things that I can do now is I can fit into a large.
Eh.
Yeah. So that was fun because I used to wear a 7X. So
Mm,
there was no clothes for me. So
mm,
now I take pride in and I could actually wear nice clothes and fit into
mm,
them properly.
mhm.
But yeah, I'm gaining weight now, so I gotta get back down. I
Because
gotta
you
get
was
back
on
to it.
vacation.
Not just that. It was that hernia. I was recovering from surgery. I couldn't really do that much anything too big, and also the Knicks just won a championship, so I may have been indulging in a little bit too much alcohol.
Yeah,
And
I'm representing. I got my shirt on.
yeah, let's go Knicks. Knicks and five, baby. Let's go. I need a three-peat. I need 3 championships back to back.
What did you do to celebrate the next?
Oh, we went to the parade. I went to the parade with my
You
brother.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I was definitely at that parade. So that's something that was awesome. I actually broke night, and I have videos of that on my Instagram as well. But
Hmm.
we broke night, and we had a few drinks and hung out with friends, and
Hmm.
that was awesome. And honestly,
Yeah.
they were trying not to let us in because we were in the wrong place, and my friends ended up putting me in the front lines. And they're like, "Look, this guy's blind. You guys
That's
gotta let us
right.
through." And they
That's
let us through,
right.
and there was a whole big mob of people right behind me. So they were like, "All right, let them through, man. They let them through." So that was awesome. That was awesome.
So tell me more about your traveling trips.
Um, well,
Like
like I
where
said,
you been?
I've been to Curacao. I've been to Costa Rica and
Mm-hmm.
Ecuador so far, but
Mm-hmm.
I went to Costa Rica twice and I went to Ecuador maybe like 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
My next trip is in Puerto Rico. I'm going to Puerto Rico for Halloween. So yeah, I need a costume. I don't know. I'm big on Halloween, by the way, so that's like my favorite holiday. So
What are you going to be?
last year I was Zorro. Last year I was Zorro. This year I have no idea yet. I kind of like that Zorro outfit just because I can wear anything and just wear my
Yeah.
sombrero and
Yes.
and the mask. So that's like very simple. So
Mm-hmm.
and then it's Puerto Rico, so why not? But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? If I come across another one, we'll see what else I can think of or come up with for sure.
Okay, so with the traveling, I know you have a YouTube channel.
I do. I
Okay.
It's called Realist and Illest. I always wanted to do a podcast as well, but I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking of doing more of my traveling. So
Mm-hmm.
so I wanted to review the hotels and the resorts that I stayed in. It's just not easy to produce videos like that. So that's something that I need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm I'm going to I've been taking classes. And that's been taking up a lot of my time because I literally just learned Braille since February.
Oh,
I
that's
started
cool.
taking classes for Braille, so that honestly, because I was it's once a week, but the homework will take me like 3 or 4 days to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taking that seriously, and I actually have a device called the Perkins Brailler, and I
Mm-hmm.
love that device. So that device is awesome. It's not that easy to read. I mean, it's easy to read. I can read it. It's just time consuming, but it's very therapeutic for me. So I love Braille, and I
Mm-hmm.
would like to work with blind people as well. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
very good with my gadgets. I have my Meta glasses. Like these
Mm-hmm.
Meta glasses can I can tell it, like for example, I can show it, hey Meta, turn live AI on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, the battery's too low.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my Meta glasses. I do all my videos wherever I travel. I take videos with my Meta glasses. I also love food, so every time I eat a plate, I'll do a little ASMR with whatever food I'm eating, and
Mm-hmm.
uh and people actually love that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just try to show just good food and obviously places that I've traveled to. I think in Ecuador is actually really dangerous right now. So for me to be able, you can't even pull out your cell phones in Ecuador
Mm.
because they're kidnapping people and robbing people, extorting
Oh
people
my
out there.
goodness.
Yeah, it's dangerous. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, showing footage of that of Ecuador, because Ecuador is actually paradise, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously is being held hostage right now from criminals and cartels or whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I kind of feel like I want to show it off because Ecuador is very beautiful and the food is amazing there. Like we have everything. I don't think Ecuador needs anything as far as natural resources. The only thing that they're lacking are material things. So
Mm-hmm.
I think my country is beautiful. Well, I'm American, so I was born in New York, but my roots are Ecuadorian. But
Right.
but I think that country is very beautiful, and I think it's a shame that for the crime, people don't want to live there,
Yeah.
and I think that's a shame. But obviously, a lot of places in the world are like that. But yeah, but I think it's paradise. We have over there. There's over like 20. There's probably like 50 beaches over there you can visit, and then there's 4 regions like you can go and they got mountains with snow in it, so and it's cold, and then you
Mm.
have the forest, rainforest. Then you also have there's so much stuff that I would like to explore over there. Like I would like to go a place called Baños, which is like where you could take like mud baths and like a spring, like hot springs.
Hmm.
Like that's like ther therapy for me because I deal with a lot of pain from being overweight, sciatica, um and I have arthritis in my spine, cervical, lumbar. So like it's like my bones are deteriorating. So that's another reason I needed to lose the weight. Um, and obviously I practice yoga and I have my electrical bike. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I that's the that I manage the pain because working out is the only thing that takes away that pain.
Right.
Right.
So, how is your social circle?
Circle of as far as like friends,
Yeah, friends or um what do you do? Like, is there places you can go to meet other blind or visually impaired people?
there is. I'm not truly tapped into that because New York City is overcrowded.
Hmm.
So there's usually no room for me there. And I think older people are priority for things like that.
Hmm.
So they don't generally want people that are like under 50 in places like that because most of those people are
Oh,
over 50.
okay. That's
I,
news to me.
yeah, they're not gonna tell me. They're not gonna tell you that, but you can
Right.
tell just based on the people that are there.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's long a long wait list that yeah, I heard it takes about 8 years to get in certain programs, especially like housing.
Hmm.
There's a place called Fellas Manor that sounds
Hmm.
great because they have like a whole it's from Visions and they have a whole it's like a whole building or community and they
Okay.
get together and I believe they sing, play games, not video games, but they play games together and they probably do karaoke and they do a bunch of programs there and they
Hmm.
also like serve food there and everything's a whole blind community and the whole building and they're all visually impaired.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
that sounds awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
Yeah.
awesome. But even if I can't live there, I would love to go visit there and maybe hang out with them. That would be awesome.
Of course.
Sure. And like I
They probably
said,
have different events.
they do, but like I said, they're full. So
Yeah.
like it's hard to really get in there and I don't think they want young people, to be honest with you.
Right.
Probably because it could start problems. I don't know. But even when I
Oh.
was in the hospital, I was trying to go to because I lost my vision when I was 33. So
Mm.
I was young and I was trying to go stay at what's it called where you recover those hospitals where you recover. I forgot what there's a name for it, but I couldn't go stay there. It was like a rehab, but
Okay.
I couldn't stay at those rehabilitation centers because they weren't taking, like I said, people under 50.
Mm.
So I was trying to stay at that. So they even offered they gave me a hospital bed and all that. Like when I first moved into my house back home,
Hmm.
because I
Hmm.
didn't live with my mom or my parents prior to me losing my vision. I used to live on my own. But when I moved when I lost my vision, I couldn't. Obviously, I lost everything, so they offered a medical bed and all that stuff because they didn't have nowhere to put me. Yeah,
Mm.
right.
So, okay, we are going to end it, but tell me your social handles. How can people contact you?
My Instagram is Nikki Flacco Nicks,
Hmm. Hmm.
NICKIFLAKOKNICKS. So that's Flacco with a K. And
Hmm.
my Facebook is Nikki Nicks, NICKIKNICKS. And
Mm-hmm.
my my YouTube is realist and illest, though I'm yet to put videos on it, but I do plan on adding videos. One thing I want to add is um, my main purpose or goal is to allow people to be themselves. So I like to be myself at all times, even when I post things. So I might dress up a certain way or wear sombreros or whatever type of culture that I like. I like to rep my teams, and I just like want to show people that they can be themselves at all times and be happy. And also, just because you're blind or you're going through a bad time, that don't let that hold you back, and just live your best life no matter what your circumstances are. And I know that's hard to say because people go through things, and I try to tell everybody that. And sometimes I come across people that are just might have it better, worse than me, and I'm just not trying to rub it in anybody's face. This is me trying to motivate others to live their lives, because life is beautiful. And
Yes.
definitely don't waste it. Don't waste any of it. If there's anything you can do to make your life better today, do it. And if there's something that you always wanted to do it. And don't wait for anybody or anything. Like, even like if I don't have money to travel, I'm going to the beach. Right, I'll go to the beach, Rockaway, and I'm hitting that beach, and that beach is gonna be like in Puerto Rico or something, or whatever, because I love the ocean. So it doesn't matter, especially that I'm blind. So it's the
Mm-hmm.
same to me. But
Mm-hmm.
the traveling and all that other stuff is cool. I do that mainly for my mom, because you never know, right? Like, I'm not gonna wait for her to get any older for me to be able to travel with her as well. So so I do that for her and for me, and my mom deserves it, and for sure. So but that's the reason why I love to travel as well. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, you are giving a great message. You are definitely living your life, and I love to see that you are a perfect example of someone who, yes, you went through the storm, but it just made you stronger. And that's what kind of people I need on my channel and on my team. So thank you for coming on my platform and sharing your story. I'm just happy that I met you. When
Thank
I go to visit New York, yes, I want to meet you face to face. If you're not
you.
traveling,
Sure, there's bunch of stuff to going on around here in New York for sure. And me personally, like, I used to go to clubbing and all that stuff. I don't like that stuff anymore because
right?
I usually gotta stand up for like 4 or 5 hours. I
Hmm.
think I'm too old for that.
Right.
But I like going to stadiums, and that to me is the same as the nightclub. Is a whole big ass bar with food.
Hmm.
So like baseball games and definitely stuff like that. I love doing, and the beach, and of course we can go grab something to eat.
Yes.
Yes, anywhere. But
I look forward to that.
for sure. And thank you for inviting me on your platform. You have a
Of
great
course.
platform. I
Thank
definitely
you.
would like to touch on other subjects, or I definitely look forward to listening to you. That's another thing.
Yes.
I do want to go back to school.
Hmm.
So I would like to learn. I always kind of wanted to get my certificate to become a masseuse, but now I
Hmm.
kind of want to get into the Reiki, and
Oh,
that
okay.
sounds like something more I could, or natural healing, spirituality, stuff like that. So that's
Hmm.
something that I would like to get into, but I'm definitely ignorant to stuff like that. I really don't know much about it, but that's something
Hmm.
I would like to listen to and really get to know. And I might take a
Okay.
course in that as well. But yeah,
Hmm.
but
And you
definitely
know what? When I go to New York, maybe I'll give you a session.
that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. But like I said, I don't really know much about it, so I don't really know
Okay.
what it is. But I can give you an example. Like my mom has problems with her knees, so
Hmm.
I give her massages on her knees, and
Hmm.
like there's been times where she's ready to go to the emergency room, and I'll give her a massage, and then she'll be up and walking like nothing. So I'm pretty sure
There's
like
power in your hands.
yes, yes.
So.
I've seen miracle. I believe in miracles. One time, my dog is a leading example for me.
Hmm.
He's been paralyzed twice. We were gonna put him to sleep recently, so so the last time we almost put him to sleep, I I was giving my goodbyes to him, and I cried, and I massaged him, and I cried, massaged him, and
Hmm.
that dog got up to go pee immediately after that, and he was down for like 4 days without walking.
Mm.
So I don't know if there was some
Well, no,
healing
Reiki
power
could
there.
be, no, we can do Reiki on pets also. So,
Yeah, that
yeah.
dog is inspiring for me, so for
Hmm.
sure. But
Mm.
I couldn't
Well,
believe
thank
how he got
you.
up. But yeah, thank you again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming on my platform once again. If you are a woman who is 50 and over and you started your life, such as maybe because of a divorce, maybe empty nester, you can come on my show and share your story. Um, you can either comment below or send me um, a post, like a comment under my post. Also, this is a women's platform. I only had two gentlemen on my show, and so you must be lucky, Nikki.
I appreciate that, and I love women, and I respect women. I do have a sense of humor, so I may joke around, but
Mhm.
there is no woman that I know that could say that I disrespected her. So
Right.
much
Oh,
respect.
speaking, are you dating anyone? Let's get to it. I was gonna
Oh,
end it, but are you dating anyone?
at the moment, no. Dating
Okay.
blind is actually a nightmare. Um,
Oh,
especially trying to meet somebody online, and
yeah.
I don't believe I actually go out enough to actually meet people and speak to them.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Mm-hmm.
problem I have is um, a lot of people think that because I don't always walk around with my blind cane. I do walk around when I'm walking, but when I sit
Mm-hmm.
down at a bar or a lounge or somewhere, I'll put my blind cane away, my white cane away. I'm sorry, my white, yeah, it's white cane, I believe it's called. And so I just don't know if I'm being approached or I don't know who to approach. Obviously, I don't even know what they look like,
Mm-hmm.
or who they are. So it's difficult trying to meet and speak to people and meet
Mm-hmm.
women especially. So that's unless
Mm-hmm.
somebody introduces me, it's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
also, a lot of women don't want to take care of a blind man either.
Mm-hmm.
And don't nobody needs to
Or
take care of
woman,
me,
right?
huh?
It works both ways.
Right. So
Yeah.
right. So nobody wants to take that job, or because it seems like a job to me is not. That's why I don't really like leaving my house. I'm a homebody. But
Mm-hmm.
in my
But
house, I
there
can do
there
what.
are people, listen, and we can't keep saying that nobody wants to be with a blind person or a visually impaired person because there are people that would love to be with us, and we have to change our words when we say that because there is someone for you,
Right.
but you have to believe it.
Right. But like I said, I do a lot. Like I can cook. I can clean
Hmm.
up after myself. Nobody cleans up after me. I'm very organized. I know where everything is. I dress
Hmm.
myself. I obviously I shower myself.
Hmm.
Um, I
So you don't need a caregiver,
I'm not
right?
gonna say I don't need a caregiver because obviously I have to go to my doctor's appointments. Um,
Yeah,
that
to
I
be
do need help with.
expected.
Right, and then
To,
food shopping, or even the laundry. But other than that, I'm straight. You know,
yeah,
but there are emergencies that I might need here and there. But other than that, no, I don't need a caregiver. No.
right.
Um,
Right.
and
Okay, ladies, you heard it here. He is single and ready to mingle.
yeah, I'll take care of you. You don't gotta take care of me.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay, let
sure.
me go. So, if you a woman and you're looking for community and sisterhood and you want to be inspired, I am one of the co-founders of Royal Rooted and Rising on Facebook. Royal Rooted and Rising. That is a private group where you want support, y- you're looking for sisterhood. That's a one. Royal Rooted and Rising. Thank you everyone for showing up.
Um,
Okay.
real quick, can I show you
Yes.
my place where well, I kind of collect a bunch of like homemade things or like handmade things from my
Let me
travels.
see.
And second, I don't know if you can see my stuff here.
I can see stuff, but I
I got my
can't really see it.
bobbleheads,
Yeah.
but I'm just all right. And
Okay.
I got bobbleheads here and a bunch of like I got my drums here, because I
Hmm.
like the tamboro over here. I got my sombrero and
Hmm.
and just a bunch of handmade stuff. I also got bongos over there.
Okay.
And then I want to show you the gems that I got. 1 second. I just brought back a bunch of gems because I know you
Crystals? Crystals?
yeah, crystals. So I'm gonna show
Hmm.
you just one stone because I haven't.
Nikki? Okay, everyone. We are going to go. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking time out to watch our videos. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon. He's still frozen.